Hey, I'm Louise, and I wanted to tell you how I was stuck on a roller coaster for 3 days.
Yeah, you're definitely telling the truth, mate. No bullshit here whatsoever. So, there's this channel out here called My Story Animated, and just as the name of the channel implies, what they do is narrate stories and then animate them. However, pretty much all the stories on this channel are so obviously fake, you don't even need to watch the video to find out if they're fake or not. Just read the title. The one I'm going to be watching today is called I Was Stuck Upside Down on a Roller Coaster for 3 days with my shirt off. What a headline. I mean, if that doesn't scream complete bullshit to you, I don't know what does.
Hey, I'm Louise, and I wanted to tell you how I was stuck on a roller coaster for 3 days. And that was just the beginning of my problems.
What do you mean that was just the beginning of your problems? I mean, how can there be possibly a bigger problem than hanging from a fucking roller coaster upside down with no shirt on?
It all started when a birthday surprise went really wrong. It was the day of my birthday, and I thought my friends Becky and Dan knew me well enough to know what I'm into: shopping, spas, and selfies. They told me that we were going on a day out as a surprise, and I was so excited. Until we got there. They had taken me to a lousy theme park.
Now there's some shit friends. Why didn't they just take you Tesco instead?
Sick as the ride started. It went so fast and there were so many loops. Then, as we went upside down on the biggest loop yet, the ride suddenly stopped. It happened so quickly that the ride jolted and it really hurt my head and neck. We were left hanging upside down. I got out my phone and tried to call for help, but I had no signal. I must have passed out for a while, as when we woke up, I realized that I had dropped my phone and it was smashed on the ground below. I was so annoyed, especially as I never bother with insurance.
Are you that tapped in the head to be worrying about your shitty Vodafone phone insurance whilst dangling 100 feet from the fucking air?
Suddenly, the train moved. It went forward until we were the right way up, at the top of a loop looking downwards. But then the ride stopped again. I couldn't believe it! Now I was upright. I felt my blood rushing out of my head and back through my body. Becky had stopped crying, and I was so angry at her. I started shouting at her, telling her how I hadn't even wanted to go on this roller coaster in the first place.
Don't know why you're blaming your friend for it. It's not like she can control the ride.
Then Dan woke up. He looked really rough and his voice croaked. He admitted that it was his idea to go to the theme park. He knew that neither of us wanted to go. He even knew I had a fear of heights. So he told Becky that it was my idea and told me it was Becky's. Unbelievable! And it didn't stop there. I got so mad that I confessed to Dan that I was the one who spread rumors that he still pees his bed, which is, by the way, true. Becky then told me she kissed my BF in 3rd grade and our fight kept going.
See, this is how I know this video's fake. No normal human being, whilst on the verge of death, suddenly decides to talk about their rubbish personal life. Out of all times you choose to start beef with your friends, you choose the one time where you're somehow stuck on a roller coaster. Perfect timing.
As I passed, I heard a really loud noise like a helicopter above my head. I looked up and saw it wasn't a helicopter. It was a drone. It was carrying 3 boxes.
That looks like a fucking fidget spinner.
It wasn't a helicopter. It was a drone. It was carrying 3 boxes. It lowered down until it was close to us, and I took the boxes. I handed one to Dan and one to Becky without speaking to them. I opened mine up. Inside of it was a cheeseburger and fries. I heard Becky sounding really excited and starting to eat. Dan had passed out again and dropped his on the floor. But I was not impressed. I was on a cleanse and I didn't want to eat anything this unhealthy. They could have asked me what I wanted.
What were you expecting? A 5-course meal cooked by Gordon Ramsay then delivered to you by a drone? It's a theme park, not a fucking restaurant, you idiot.
Loud. It was the sound of the roller coaster going back on. I had never been so pleased. The train started moving again. It went really fast as it finished its course. Finally, it took us to the exit and came to a stop. As soon as the restraint lifted, I got up. I was really wobbly. A paramedic came running over to me and wrapped a blanket around me. But I was okay. I didn't have a chance to get upset though, as by then my parents had come running over to me. They were so happy to see me, and for once I was happy to see them. They gave me a drink and some food. Then I remembered something. I felt in my jean pockets. It wasn't there. I had taken a roll of banknotes with me to the theme park. I hadn't known that the theme park was my birthday surprise. I was hoping for a day out shopping.
Who cares? You nearly fell off a roller coaster and got yourself smashed into pieces, and you're worried about money. Kids these days, man.
My mom and dad were so angry about what happened at the theme park that they decided to sue. I had to stand up in court and talk about what happened. Our lawyer encouraged me to talk about how scared I was and how awful it must have been to see my friend die. But I wanted to talk about the things that really affected me. I told them that the food I was bought was horrible and that I wasn't happy that such bad pictures of me was used in the press.
Okay, let me get this straight. Your friend dies in front of you in cold blood, and it doesn't affect you whatsoever. However, the emergency burger and chips they sent you via drone weren't up to your top-class food standards, and that's what really affected you. You are truly a psychopath. Okay, so you made it through another video of me chatting shit. Well done. Depending on how well this video does, I might make more videos on this animation channel because there's a lot to talk about. So anyway, please like, subscribe, share, and safe.
Looking